This is what dreams are made of. Anyway, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome Bizak. Bizak back in the house. Al, we in the house for another episode of Love After Lockup, child. Love After Lockup. Let's get it cracking. Episode 36. Episode 36. I feel like I gotta hold the mic like this because I want to sing to y'all, child, but I can't because this is serious business right here. This episode right here cooked my gooses. Cooked my gooses. When I tell y'all this episode pissed me off to no end, I was pissed off to no end. There was a lot of foolery and stupidity going on in this episode. I wanted to reach through the TV and slap a couple of them. We gonna start. We gonna get right to the shenanigans. I'm not gonna hold out on y'all. I'm gonna just give y'all. We gonna start light. Last review. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it before you watch this one. We jump right into Shantae and Troy. But this episode, we're gonna take a little bit of time and go slow this time. Okay? Y'all with me? Y'all hear me? Okay. So we're gonna start with Kim and Joey. Joey finally comes back and he starts barbecuing because the family is on his way. They on their way over. Child, they coming to visit and spend Christmas. This is an amazing Christmas. They keep saying it. They're gonna keep saying it, child. They're gonna keep saying it until he relapse. I think he's gonna relapse. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I think he's gonna relapse. I don't care what nobody say. I think he's gonna relapse. But y'all let me know. Both the family is coming over. His family and her family. Child, his family and her family. They're having a grand Christmas day. Child, we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see how long this gonna last. We gonna see. And I'm just being honest. Joey has a heart to heart with his sister because, the last time they saw each other, she was very, very young. And she wanted to let him know that, a lot of his traumas affected her in a certain way, um, the things that he was doing in life caused her trauma as well. She said in the 6th grade, that's when she first found the needle and she found out that he was on DRUGS. And she didn't even know what that was. She didn't know what was going on. She didn't know what that was, but that's how it got introduced to her. And she was overwhelmed and upset. And that was traumatizing. She said then after that, he came and he asked her to borrow $40 that she did not have. Child, she was a baby. Asking her to borrow $40, talking about he needed to do something with it, and he used it to go buy said DRUGS. Child, that was traumatic as well. So, she just wanted to get it out on the table and let y'all know that she was traumatized. Okay? She don't want to be traumatized no more. Okay? She don't. Joey, his mom shows up and Kim's dad is coming as well. So, his dad got some stuff that he want to get off his chest and he gonna share. And he got questions. So he want to know what's going on, make sure that Joey's head is in the right place, that Joey is going to be taking care of his grandkids and taking care of his daughter properly. The mother is just overwhelmed. Like, oh my gosh, he came home. And oh my gosh, this is a great Christmas. And oh my gosh, we're spending Christmas together. Mother is elated. They go to open up the presents, and the first thing that Joey does is get down on one knee and proposes to Kim. Child, she is excited. She wants to, ditch that old crappy wedding band that she got that he proposed to her in prison with, and she got a nice little rock on her finger now, and so she's excited. Child, she's excited. She is hopeful for the future. But let's see how far that takes them. Let's see how far they get. Whistle while you work. Let's see. He informs us that he was gambling while he was in prison, child. And he said he was able to save up $3,700 to buy her that ring because that's how much that ring cost, $3,700. And that's what he was doing. He wasn't doing anything else illegal. That's what he says. Wink, wink, hink, hink. He wasn't doing anything illegal. He just gambled and saved up the money. Okay. You got that? I believe him. I really don't. I really don't. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Who am I? I don't know. I wasn't there. Anyway, let's move on. The miracle Christmas is definitely happening because of the proposal. Dad starts in right away, pulls him to the side, like, son, let me talk to you now. Pulls him to the garage, and he lets him know, like, listen, you did steal my bike back in the day. It was you. That's how I feel. Dad he wants to make sure, not only did he know that it was him who stole the bike, that he wants to make sure that he gets a job so that he can support his family, that he makes sure he takes care of the kids, that he doesn't regress and go back to his past life. He want to leave that past in the past. He just wants to make sure that he is forward thinking. But outside of him discussing the bike situation, child, Joey says, this was so funny when I heard him say this. Joey said he did come across the bike, but he didn't go in nobody's backyard and take it. But child, what? Are you kidding me? Seriously? So you're going to sit here and tell me that you came across the bike, but you didn't take it? So all that is telling me literally is that your cousin went in the yard and stole it, and y'all sold it together. That's what I got out of that analysis. Yeah, you didn't go in nobody's yard and take it, but your cousin probably did, because y'all was together taking that bike. So I believe he took the bike. I do. Drop that in the comments and let me know if you believe that he took the bike, because I believe that he took the bike. There's no ifs, ands, no buts about it. I believe that he took the bike. I believe that he took part in taking that bike. Whether he went in the yard and got it, or his cousin went in the yard and got it, but for him to say that it came across because that was the element that he was running in, he had some dealings with that bike, child. I believe I believe he partook in the stealing of the bike. So, Dad, you're on the right track. And trust your intuition, Dad. Trust your intuition, because I believe he did. Anyway, and Dad still believes that he did as well. He said Dad believes that he's lying. And I say trust your gut. And Dad said by 3 months he's gonna be back on drugs. I said, oh, Dad, I like that, because Dad is being honest. Dad is not lying to himself. Dad is being honest. He don't care. He being honest, child. I like it. If y'all see me flipping through my notes, that's because I broke up the stories the way they did it, but I definitely want to put them all together in one. So outside of Joey being a liar and Kim being delusional, the only sane person in this juncture of these episodes is Dad. Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. I feel so empowered to have this mic. I don't know why. It's just so silly. I think that's why I'm so giddy, because I got the mic. Anyway, drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about Kim and Joey. Y'all let me know if y'all think that Dad's prediction is going to come true. I think that Dad is right. I think that Dad might be onto something. Y'all let me know. I think Dad is onto something. Anyway, we're going to head over to we're going to still start off light. We're going to keep it going light, child. We're going to keep it going light. We're going to get to the nitty-gritty later. We're going to get to Julian and Christine. So Christine, feels again like it's a great time. They take each other down. Christine and Joey feels like they having a great time. It's off to a great start. They take each other down memory lane. And Julian decides that she wants to show. Julian decides that he wants her to show him the location of the first bank that she robbed. My whole thing is, take your kinky effery somewhere else, because I feel like that is weird. That is so weird for somebody to say, take me to the first bank that you robbed. That's weird. But anyway, that's the kind of relationship they have. You like it. I don't know what to think about it. I think it's weird because I don't love that. I just think it's weird. He gonna traumatize her all over again. She gonna have PTSD by the time she finished dating him. I just have a feeling. Anyway, so they get to the location of the bank that she first robbed, and then she decides to give him a play-by-play of what she did when she robbed the bank. Yes, very descriptive. Very descriptive. And I still feel like that's weird. He's been asking her for a while to do this now. Weird. Tell me if y'all think it's weird. He says that is mind blowing. And it highlights the lowest point in her life. Like he got a hard on child just hearing this story. That is weird. That's weird. She said she only got $2,000 from that bank robbery, child, but she robbed like 6 banks. So I don't know. Maybe she got $2,000 from each bank. Some banks, I don't know. I don't know if it was $2,000 in total, but I know she got to pay back like $10,000 in restitution. So I don't know, but it's just weird to me that he feels like he's getting enjoyment out of listening to this story. So the cops show up at the bank and it kind of like freaks her out. She says she cannot have any in contact. She cannot come in contact with the cops, being that she is just, been paroled or whatever, which is facts. You can't come in contact with police. But the thing is, I don't know if a lot of people know, but if you stop like in front of a bank, by a bank, stand by a bank, walk around a bank, looking around at a bank, they are automatically going to call the cops because they think that you're casing the bank. It's mandated for them to do that. They look out for things like that. So that's probably why the cops showed up, because they probably thought that they was casing the joint. I am sorry, it cut off. I was at them casing the joint. So she said she only got $2,000. I am not sure if she got $2,000 from all of them, but yeah, that is their situation. Then, so they head to Julian's house. And Christina is excited because she will have access to all the type of foods that she want to eat, late night snacks that she want to go get late night snacks without nobody being, bothering her, that she has the freedom to do whatever, and she's excited. And I'm excited for her. A lot of people's rights are taken away when they go to prison, and it sucks sometimes, but I'm happy for her. So Julian shows her around, and she said that he shows her the kids' room, and when she gets to the kids' rooms, it makes her a little bit sad because she thinks about her own children. But I'm just like, your kids is probably older, probably like teenagers or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but you should be over it by now. But I don't know. Maybe I'm heartless. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit. Etienne, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. So, she can't meet his children until she has a conversation with his ex-wife. And it's a little bit tricky because he has not told his family yet. So clearly he hasn't told his ex-wife anything. So they can't facilitate that meeting until he tells her ex-wife, which he hasn't said anything. So I don't know what he's gonna do. When he, in the process of him showing her around, they pan over to where her stuff is in his house, like in a corner, in like a bunch of bins and stuff. And child, I thought I saw a bong. I don't know. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know if y'all seen a bong, because I surely did see a bong. I did. I promise you, I did. So she is not in a hurry to get a job, which a lot of them, when they get out, they all say the same thing. Oh, I'm not too in a hurry to get a job. I'm not stressing about that, blah, 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 because they think that these people who have been taking care of them in prison all this time will continue to take care of them. I don't understand why. I mean, but it is what it is. You feel how you want to feel. He is stressed out because she got restitution to pay, as well as child support to pay. She got bills to pay. So he's like, where's that money coming from? Sir, I think it's going to come from you. That's what she's trying to let you know, that it's going to come from you, child. It's coming from you. But he's like, no, she got to get out and work because she got bills to pay. It is what it is. They're going to do What they gonna do, baby? They gonna do it like it's my baby day, baby. Do it like it's my baby day. Anyway, so that's on them. So we gonna head over to Danielle and Daniel and Bianca. Now we met Bianca and Daniel 2 episodes ago for the first time. And they are on a call. They're on a call, and she proceeds to tell him dad, what his dad said to her. On her last conversation with his mom. And again, I want to reiterate to y'all, I feel like he said something to his parents, and his dad, not being able to read the room, said what it was that he needed to say, asking her if she was mentally stable. I don't care what nobody say. I don't have any other excuse. I don't know why he would come up with that, because it's just that's such a direct, on point question to ask someone without having any information or context. So that's why I think he has context. But that's just me. And that's just how I feel. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know if y'all feel the same way. With a meow. She's staring at me. My cat. She's staring at me. Anyway, so her friends still are worried about her. They want to make sure that she's all right. They want to make sure that she's going to be all right when she gets where she is going. And they want to make sure that he is going to be able to take care of her when she gets where she's going. She feels like her friend is, instead of caring about her well-being, safety, all the things that real friends should be caring about, she feels like her friend is jealous of her. She is kind of like jealous because she's moving out of the small town and this will never happen for her friend, all the things. That's how she feels. She feels that her friend is jealous of her, and it's not that she cares. Absolutely not. That can't be it. She feels like she's jealous of her because she's moving out of the small town and her friend will never have that opportunity. And I'm just like, girl, what? Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay. The last time she was on the phone with Daniel, he asked her to marry him. And, she was excited. She was head over heels. She rushed over and got the papers sent over to him. Child, he did not sign those papers. When she asked him about signing those papers and all of the stuff about marriage and stuff like that, he said he was acting out of emotion. That is a manipulation tactic. She can't even see it coming. Men, y'all already know. We've been down this brick road already. They will dangle the carrot in front of you. Dangle it, pull it away, marriage. Dangle it, pull it away, dangle it, pull it away, because men know that the ultimate goal for women is marriage. So they're going to dangle that carrot no matter what. And she's too young to understand that he's just dangling the carrot in front of her, she's a shiny new toy and it is what it is. But that's manipulation because she's too young. They about to have a video chat because they're really only allowed to have a video chat like once a week, and it's their time. So she's excited, he's excited. He's feeling a lot of things at this moment right now. He's feeling anxiety, he's feeling fear, he's feeling excited. Excited that he's coming home and he gets to see her, but he's also fearful about the outcome of what's going to happen. He doesn't want to relapse, all that stuff. He doesn't want to fall back into his old habits, which he's still developed a few habits, as we found out a couple of episodes ago. He's concerned about her drinking every day and the fact that she says she's gonna have a little wine or something every day. He doesn't want her to become an alcoholic. She doesn't think that she has an alcohol problem. I feel like she does. Or I just, you know, I just feel otherwise, only because ever since we've met her and we've seen her on our screen, she has only talked about drinking every day, alcohol, drinking every day, partying. She's 22, she's young, she want to do this, she want to live her life. That's all we heard from her so far. So I feel like she might have a problem, a slight problem. I'm not sure. I am not sure. We shall see. She feels like she's not going to spend all of her savings on him. And I'm just like, I feel otherwise, child. I feel like he sees a cow in you and he's gonna want to milk it. That's what's gonna happen. I feel like he already knows how much money you got, girl. I feel like he sees a cow, that's you, and he gonna milk it. He gonna try to get you to spend all of that money on him. That's why he's sticking around. That's how I feel. He's 31, she's 22. What do you have to offer this 22-year-old, and you have a kid? You have a child. What do you have to offer her? So I feel like he is. Um, She also feels like he is crazy for allowing her to make this move and spend all of this money all in one note. And I'm just like, she's blaming other people for her actions. She blames her friend, but or she's kind of sort of blaming her friend because it's not that her friend cares about her; it's her friend is jealous of her. She blaming him because it's not like, oh, I made this decision, this conscious decision to up and move and uproot my whole life and start all over in another place with this guy I just met. She's blaming him for that. No, that was you. Like all of that was you. It all was you, sis. But you like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. So it's kind of like move day, and she needs to get to the airport in the next couple of hours. She is shipping her car to wherever she's moving to. I can't remember where it was. She said she's gonna miss her friends, and she doesn't know how they're gonna work out with a long distance relationship. And I'm just like, every people have long distance relationships with their friends, especially if you're true friends. It happens. She admits that she's running away from her trauma. I told y'all she was running away from her trauma last time we met her. I told y'all she was running away from her trauma because that is what 22-year-olds do. They will not stand and face. Some, not all, some, not all. But this 22-year-old, that's what she's doing. She's trauma bonded, and it is what it is. She went from one trauma to the next, and now she's trauma bonded, and she's using this trauma to get over the last. And it's not going to work. You need therapy. You need therapy and you need help. So, she explains to us that she was engaged at 21 and that she lost a child at 15 weeks, so she's dealing with a lot of trauma at such a young age. And I feel sad for her that she's only 22 and she's experienced a tremendous amount of trauma. This young girl, 22, and a tremendous amount of trauma that she's experienced is sad. I'm saddened for her and her situation. And I just hope that she gets the help that she needs. She explains that her ex-partner was toxic and she feels like the loss of the child was the universe's sign of telling her that she needed to get out and that she made the right decisions. And I'm just like, all right, girl, okay. I mean, all right, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Sometimes it happens like that and it does work out like that, but um I don't know. Sometimes it happens like that. So, I mean, you can interpret it how you want to interpret it, but I just still feel like she needs help. She says she's scared and she doesn't know if she's making the right decision, but I'm just like, it's already too late. You are nose deep in this decision. It's too late for you to decide now that you don't know if you're making the right decision. You already in it. So you're gonna see it through. And the crazy thing is, throughout this whole experience and this whole time, not once did she mention her family. So I'm kind of perplexed at where her family is or what's happening with her family. I just want to know, for my own sake. I just want to know because I'm like, she doesn't talk about her family at all. So I just want to know what's going on with her family. I think she's gonna get in and then she's gonna realize, oh, this dude has like a fam, like he has a kid who's not too much old, as old as she is. It's a lot of responsibility. She wants to live her life. She's 22, he's 31. I think she's going to get in it and then realize that, but I hope she just gets out in enough time. I don't think this relationship is going to last. So we're going to head over to Z and Troy, child. Z and Troy. Mama Karen is still cracking up. She is cracking up in church. She is laughing and she's crying at the same daggone time. Child, I don't know if it's Jesus or if it's the gummy at this point, the way she laughing and crying, child. Every time you turn around, she laughing. Or did she wipe the tears away? I said, child, is this Jesus? She having a come to Jesus moment? Or she just high? I don't know. I don't know. It could be a sprinkle of both. It could be a sprinkle of both. But we'll see. Then she all of a sudden just gets up and leaves. She was like, I'm out of here, yo. I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too much. They holding you forever. They gonna be holding you forever. That's what churches do. They hold you forever. That's what she said. She just did drag it on and on and on and on. That's what she said. So she said she had enough. She had enough. She said, never again, child. Never again will they get me to come to the church. But earlier she was saying, oh my God, I need to come here every Sunday. That's how you know she high. That's how you know she high. She ate 3 gummies, like I said before, and she high and ready to go. She said she also thinking like she need a drink too, child. I said, ooh, Karen, Karen, girl, Karen. I don't know what to say, Karen. You acting out, ma'am. You are acting up. You acting up. She acting up. So, mom goes and sits in the car because she says she over this. She gonna wait for them to come out because she ready to go. She like, I'm high, I'm ready to go. She high, she trying to enjoy her high, not be in church, being judged. That's how she felt. The eyes is on her, child. The eyes was on her. Anyway, so she went and sat in the car and she waited for them. She's visibly upset. She's yelling. She lifting up her dress. She doing all kind of stuff, letting her son know that she's had enough. She's had it up to here. At this point, Z feels like this is the perfect opportunity to bring her parents out to meet this woman. See what I say when I say she makes poor judgment? She has poor judgment making skills. She does. Because I would have been like, she's going through something right now, Ma, Dad. We just gonna have to, let her calm down a little bit and then just give her some time and we'll probably meet her a little bit later. Or I'll bring her back over here tonight or something like that. But no, no. We just gonna bring her on out. Bring them on out. She feels like she was being exposed in that sermon. Her demons came out, child. Her demons, they was talking to her demons and she got irritated. It happens. It happens. It happens. Because in that church, it be you and God, child. You and God. Be judgment. It be feeling like judgment day sometimes for some people when they go into a church knowing that they have not been living a certain lifestyle. It is what it is. Mom and dad, they gave her a hug. They understood where she was coming from because they probably been down this road before in a line of work that they do. They see it a lot. Z's mom is understanding. And she says she respects her as well. Z feels like her getting up and leaving the church was disrespectful. And I'm just like, you worried about the wrong things, ma'am. You worried about the wrong things. You worried about, like, this lady, she's still fighting her demons to this day. Like, because one, she took gummies before she came to church. Who does that? Then she was talking about how the fact that she wants to go and drink and this and that. She's still fighting demons, but you worried about the appearance of things. This is why I tell you, your judgment meter is broken. Because who cares about the who cares about the appearance of things? They always say come as you are when you go to church, but then when you come as you are, it's always something different. It happened to me, but that's a story for another day. But you worried about the appearance of it, and I think you should just worry about the right stuff. Um, Troy is adamant about not being a pastor or a minister. What you gonna do? What your parents gonna do? Because your parents is adamant about him being a pastor or a minister and in their church. So how's that gonna work for you, sis? What you gonna do? You gonna get upset with that too? That's how I'm telling y'all. They have a lot of things that they need to discuss in this relationship that they haven't discussed in this relationship, and it's gonna blow over. Not good, not in a good way. Not in a good way. Because Troy is telling us one thing in the confessionals, and his parents is on a whole different path for him. So we gonna see how that worked out. Y'all work out. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know how y'all think that this relationship is gonna pan out. Because I don't see a good ending to this relationship. And I definitely think it's gonna end. So let's move on to the creme de la creme. Last but not least, child, last but not least, we're gonna move over to the cookie monster. Troy and Shantae. True and Shantae. True and Shantae, child. Shantae is still in the car crying. Driving down the street about to crash into somebody's car crying her poor little eyes out because she been played. He played her like a soybean burger. Child, he played her. And I told y'all he would. I told y'all he would. He had mischief in his eyes in those confessionals. I told y'all he would. Anyway, let's go. So True walks down a little bit after he gets off the phone with his sister bragging at the fact that he broke up with her. And the sister was kiki cacking it up with him. He gets in a car with her. And now he says, oh, well, let's just be friends. You done stole her nookie, used all her money, and you gonna come with the friend card? I would have bopped him so fast, so hard, child. The camera's head would have spun. That's how fast I would have bopped him. But again, I digress. Anyway, so she says she doesn't want anything. She don't want anything to do with him. She don't want to be his friend. She don't want nothing from him. And I feel it's rightfully so. Rightfully so. He is deviant. You could see it in his face. He has ulterior motives. He had them from the start. He's playing games. He thinks this is a game, and I don't think it's a game. And Shantae is not taking it as a game, but he's taking it as a game. He thinks it's funny because you see him give these little smirks. I don't know if it's uncontrollable or what, but literally you can catch him constantly turning away from the camera, smirking like it's funny. And his sister is supporting the shenanigans, like I said before. So, like I told y'all before, also, her karma is gonna be waiting for her in the background. She gonna get her karma too. She gonna get her karma too, child. She gonna get it. She gonna get it. And that it kind of like ends, like she kind of like drives off, right? But then we meet up with her 14 weeks later, right? 14 weeks later, we meet up with Shantae, which is about what? About 4 months. So that's about 4 months. We haven't seen or heard from her or whatever. And we find out that she moved. She found a new house, a new job. She looked like she all right, like she doing well. She looked like she doing well, like she's doing better. Her face is cleared up. So she looked like she's doing better. She tells us that she misses him. It's been 4 months and she does miss him. And I'm just like, girl, wipe the stupid off your face. You haven't been played enough? Clearly not. So we find out that her daughter is pregnant. Her 19-year-old daughter is pregnant. So she's going to meet up with her daughter, and I think that's her cousin, I can't remember, to go and buy her daughter some baby clothes. Right? When she meets up with her daughter, and I don't know if that's a cousin or her daughter, but it's another woman there. We find out that Shantae is pregnant as well. Child. Boom. Yes. She dropped that bomb on us so quick. I said, what? My head spun. I couldn't believe it. She's pregnant again. This would be, I think she already got 4 or 5 kids, like I told y'all before. So if she has 4, this would be 6. If she has 5, this would be 7, because she is pregnant. Yes, not with one, but 2 children. Dos niños, child, dos niños. Who needed that? Not Shantae, child. She did not need that. Anyway, let's go on. Let's push on. Let's push on. The kicker is True doesn't know that she's pregnant because they haven't spoken. She says he texts here and there and there and there, everywhere, once and again, but it's not really nothing. They really haven't spoken. Right. So she did say she already had 4 children. So it is 4 children. So with these 2 children, it would be 6. Hmm. And then the crazy thing is, her and her 19-year-old daughter, they both 4 months. Or yeah, however much weeks. Yeah, they both 4 months. Her and her 19-year-old daughter. So they pretty much gonna be in the labor. She gonna be in labor at the same time as her 19-year-old daughter. That tells you a lot. So that right there confirms for me that when she was bumping and grinding with True, her daughter, her 19-year-old daughter, was bumping and grinding with somebody else too. So while she was out wherever she was with True, and then she said she had to get back to her children, it was because her 19-year-old daughter was bumping and grinding while she was gone. Once your kids start having kids, you should be done. But that's just me. Once your kids start having kids, you should be done. Okay? Just a FYI. You shouldn't be going into labor and your 19-year-old daughter going into labor as well. Child, that's a no. She said she was going to terminate it, but she wanted them. Child, I would have been to the clinic so quick. Fucking kids. Okay. Okay. Especially after what you went through. But you like it, I don't know. I don't love it. I can't love it. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Sorry. I can't. I can't. Fucking kids. Okay. Her cousin feels, so the girl, I think the girl was her cousin. Her cousin feels like she will get back with True. And I agree. I feel like she's still delusional. you know, in my eyes, that's how I feel. I feel like she will get back with him. And I agree with the cousin. I agree wholeheartedly with the cousin. There's nothing I could do. I really feel like she will get back with him. And the reason when I say that is because um, they finally show him because she gives him a call. And the reason why I feel like she will is because of the way she was talking to him on the phone call. But we'll get to that. Because she was too busy worried about his personal life, asking him personal questions that if somebody that you broke up with 4 months ago, you don't need to be asking. But it is what it is. So we see True. We finally see True, and he look like he enjoying life, child. He pumping gas, he cleaning car windshields, he driving dirty, child, driving heavy. Okay, at the gas station, doing what it do, baby, doing what it do, looking like a brand new child. Okay, he looked like he don't have a care in the world. He living life. 4 months post pre post breakup. Child, what? True says he's been staying with he has not been staying with his mom. Because they had a fallout. Now the fallout was from old girl Tish, the sister's friend. So the gym girl that I told y'all she was licking it up at the gym while he was on that bench pressing. He was pressing probably her. Anyway, um, his story is, which I do not believe, so I'm gonna just put that disclaimer out first. I don't believe it. His story was that she got mad because he didn't want to be with her, and she called his mother and told his mother a bunch of lies. So he says, "What lies? What did she say to your mom that would make your mom kick you out?" That's all I'm asking. I'm asking for a friend actually, because I don't care enough. Okay? I don't care enough. I want to know how drastic were those lies that she told your mom that your mom said, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, I got to kick him out of here. He got to go." She's your blood. That's your mom. Why? What did that girl tell her? Inquiring minds want to know. Because I definitely do. I definitely want to know. But it is what it is. I just don't see it. I don't see how in the world your mom would kick you out over some lies. So I don't believe you. Right? Right? So then he says that he's staying with another female friend. I already knew that. You didn't even have to tell us that. And I already knew that you were staying with another female friend. Because he told us that he had 60 girlfriends, 60 girls that he was talking to at one point. So he has a whole roster that he could pull from in his back pocket. Okay? Um, yeah. So his PO found out that he wasn't living at the address that she said he was living at. So he has to go rectify that situation to make sure that he doesn't get banged up. That's your own fault, buddy. That's your own fault. You still making poor choices. Still making poor choices. She drops the pregnant bomb on him and lets him know that, she's pregnant with twins. And he says, "Am I being punked? What kind of bullshit is this?" This is his exact words. "This is some bull. Am I being punked?" I suspect that she might not be the only one that's pregnant. We'll find out later on eventually. I just suspect that he came out and he's spreading his royal seeds all over the place because he is humping around raw dog. I feel like that's what he's doing. Anyway, he asked who she pregnant by and says she's on some bull, which she says is his. See what I'm saying? He gonna always say that because he just seemed like the type. Um, she asked him, "Is this good news or bad news?" She proceeds to tell us that she doesn't really want him involved and she doesn't really care. She wants to raise her children by herself. And I'm just like, "Ma'am, I don't believe you." And the reason why I don't believe you is because if you, in fact, wanted to raise your children alone, you would have never told him. Especially if you've been broken up with him for 4 months. You would have went about your married life and had these kids on your own, been pregnant all by yourself, been happy all by yourself, and taking care of these kids all by yourself without even mentioning a word to him. Ma'am, people have done it all the time. You're gonna be in there with 3 kids because you're gonna have your 2 kids and your daughter's kid. That's a lot of babies under one roof. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. You know, she said they could talk about it. No, he said that they could talk about it when he get there, meaning that he gonna be on his way, that he's coming. And I was just like, ugh. 4 months later, that's because he don't got nowhere to stay. That's because he really don't have nowhere to stay, girl. That's because he really don't have no. Y'all already know that men will move in with you and come be with you because they homeless. That's his situation. He's homeless. He needs somewhere to go. She says that she don't want him to come, but I don't believe it because it doesn't sound like that in your voice because you're worried about is he staying with a female or a male? What kind of person you stay? So you really you throwing out dog whistles too, ma'am. This whole conversation annoyed the crap out of me. Both of them annoyed the crap out of me. She says she doesn't want him back in her life, and I'm just like, if you didn't want him back in your life, you would have never told him. That's how that works. So I don't believe you. And why ask about how he's feeling about the situation? If you didn't want him back in your life and you don't really care about the situation, why ask? That's what I'm saying. Why ask? Because people who are not concerned are not actually concerned. They don't care. They don't ask. Just an FYI for you, Shantae. Because I don't believe you, girl. I don't believe you. Okay. Um, and that was it. That was the conclusion of episode 36 and the conclusion of my shenanigans. And again, I'm just going to reiterate people who don't want you in your life don't want you in their life. They will not involve you in their lives. I don't share or indulge or even entertain no foolery from my ex. You lucky if you can get in contact with me. That's just where I'm at with it. I'm not calling you. You definitely can't call me because I'm gonna be like, you ain't lose this number? And I will hang up on you in a heartbeat. There's no key cat no. Absolutely not. So she's dog whistling as well. I don't know what y'all think about that whole situation. Y'all let me know cuz I feel like he's going to show up. He's going to show up and play that he's being attentive and be with her for these kids, but he's really just being there because he needs somewhere to stay and he needs to make it right with the probation officer. And then he gonna dump her again. And she gonna be dumb enough to fall for it. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. That's just my 2 cents and always my spew. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.